Hello, my friend.
Hello, how are you?
Am always well. How are you feeling?
Good, good. Good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm doing well. It's, a lot going on. A lot of people have questions. So I'm excited to take the time to get a few of those to you today and see if we can help get some of the fear out of the collective.
So we will see what we can do.
Exactly. All right. So should I jump right into the questions?
Absolutely.
All right, perfect. All right. So the first one is there seems to be talk of or fear of something going on with attacks happening on US soil in the next couple of months. Is this something that we should be concerned about? Is there anything we can do about it? And is it happening in the next few months? And where in the United States? Can you give us any information about it?
There has been talk for a long time about terrorist attacks on your soil. This is a possibility. People in charge are preparing things for that possibly taking place. Should it take place, it will be dealt with quickly and in the proper way. So in the meantime, if someone is worried about that, I would not worry about it. There is an idea called reality. And I tell people who are concerned about things happening, taking place, disasters and all the rest, I suggest to people that they think about how they would like their reality to be, and focus on having it that way. Because here is something about earthquakes. An earthquake will take place, two houses side by side. One individual worrying about earthquakes will feel the earthquake. The other individual not worrying about it will not feel it. Nothing will happen. Reality is specific to the individual. It is also specific to the masses. But you can, let me put it this way, take yourself out of the mass collective and focus on your individualized reality and have it be exactly the way you want it to be. So there really is, unless you invite fear and enjoy being fearful, there is no reason to fear attacks on your soil. Because, again, should they happen, they will be dealt with quickly and in the proper way. I have that to say about that, my friend.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
It sounds to me that if something were to occur, it's better to not focus on it or even look towards it. Keep yourself in your vibrational bubble of happiness and focusing on the timeline you want to create, not what's being told to you by, intel or the news or people reaching out to you.
Absolutely, because when you focus on something, you create it to become more of what it can be or really should not be. Let me put it that way.
Right, like all the probabilities collapse into where they're being focused upon. So focus on the fear is going to create more of those timelines, or at least solidify the probabilities. Is everything, or because to me it feels like things aren't going to change, and that I didn't even feel as though we were going to be able to have this election, like it was going to fall apart and it would be the last presidential election. So now this is actually going to be a reality.
Yes.
So we jump timelines and
the election will stand. There will be an election.
Did something change? Because
yes.
Okay, this is what I'm not. Okay, something did change. Like, are we like ahead of trajectory where like the light is all of a sudden everything's happening really fast? Because I feel like all of these good things seem to be happening as if like we passed the point of the bad timeline that was going to be a civil war. Is that not as much of a probability, or does that still have to happen?
No, it does not have to.
Good.
Now, what has taken place is everybody talks about shifts and D and 112D and new earth and new people and new consciousness, and all of these shifts are going to, you cannot get away from it. You cannot stop it. It's going to happen no matter what you do. This is all hearsay. This is all talk. Shifts, outward shifts do not happen until they happen within people first. People need to understand that. People are in charge of their reality. Reality is not in charge of people. When there is an outer shift that will take place, it will be because people have shifted within them emotionally. This has been allowing for a rise in consciousness in people. People want change. People want things to even out and become peaceful again. When you raise your consciousness, what do you think about? Do you think about
love?
You think about love and compassion and helping other people and helping yourself and taking care of your animals and allowing them to take care of you and all the rest. This is why things have changed.
This is amazing.
People will come to terms with their own understandings in their own timeline or time frame or time. You cannot do that for people. No one can do that for people. People have to come to their own understandings in their own time and in their own way.
But there is some topic that is really dark that I don't want to really have to talk about, but it's a big topic that's on the table, and it has to do with trafficking. Is that something that is going to go away? And then whatever party is represented is the energy of the collective? Because this is a big thing that's still going on, and I can't foresee how everything's going to come down to rebuild.
When something collapses, it always rebuilds itself, no matter what it might be. When a building collapses, a new one is built. When someone emotionally collapses, they get treatment and they rebuild emotionally. No matter what it might be, it always rebuilds itself.
Does that mean
not a prediction? Again, no one can predict anything.
And I only want the best for everyone.
But people are shifting within themselves at this point in time. You can talk about timelines and all the rest. I am not interested in timelines because the only timeline is this moment right now. This is what I focus on. This is what I exist in. This is how people should, and I use the word should in a positive way, this is how people should exist and view their life in the moment only. Because when you are in the moment only, then you have commandment over all that takes place in your reality. And that includes civil wars and uprisings and all the rest that seem to be dark. But also many times darkness leads to light.
Okay. And exactly. And I understand that. So is this going to be the last officially elected president, whether,
There will be elections. People are talking about that because, yes, they have been brainwashed into thinking that way.
Also, they were more of a selection than an election because of the ballots and all of the things that went wrong and all of the collusion. So, I mean, people are still remembering that they didn't get amnesia from what happened up until recent. This shift is great. I'm very happy about it. Trust me. The last thing I want is anybody, but I'm just concerned that as long as the intentions for the children and for humanity, that's what seems to be the big elephant in the room that no one seems to be really addressing yet. I mean, Sounds of Freedom came out and talked about it, but it's still a really big issue, isn't it? Or is this something that I should be concerned about?
No, you don't have to be concerned about it unless you want to deal with fear and feel good about having fear eat you up alive and all the rest.
No, I don't.
Let me tell you something, and I think you know this by now. 2 words I have for you. Things change.
Yeah, things change. This game seems to be the Earth School game, whatever it is, Paradise. It seems to play tricks on you because as soon as you try to be neutral, but as soon as you start going up, that might be a better option. It's like something flips and all of a sudden what you thought was good is no longer good. It's bad. It's like almost like we're messing with ourselves. I feel like my higher self is constantly messing with me to make sure I don't judge or take a side or, do any of that.
Stop talking. Thank you. Your higher self does not mess with you. You mess with your higher self. And this applies for everyone, not just you, my friend. People think that they are getting messages from their higher self, and this is not a good idea, not a good message. I don't know where this is coming from, but I better lock my doors and close my shutters and hide for a while so things can return to light again. No, it does not work that way. You communicate with your higher self, and you allow it to recommunicate with you, but in the vein of what you are talking about. Your higher self does not mess with you at all. it gives you information that you can use to change your reality in any way you would like it to see become.
Great. So like the breadcrumbs that I follow is my higher self with the synchronicities and the breadcrumbs to lead to that, interaction with somebody or connection? Or is the human vessel that powerful and that amazing that it's almost as if when the spirit energy comes in, or the soul or the monad, whatever you call it, oversoul comes in, that combined with the human avatar spaceship vessel, all of a sudden we're that much more powerful?
Yes.
Okay, so it's like the inversion of the human always feeling lower, but where's this wonderful, powerful being. But then even knowing that, people still put like the archangels, that there is just another version of them that they're channeling, and they still create a hierarchy, when in the end, it's really the human combined with spirit that is the most empowered being, because you're in a game. So it gives you the ability to combine spirit and the avatar together in kind of a symbiotic relationship. And then if you realize you have that source and you are source coming through, you can pull more percentage of that energy versus somebody else who's not tapping into it.
Yes.
Okay. And so is like the 144,000 just a frequency that everybody's the potential to get to in the game if you pull from all your 12 monads?
Yes.
Okay. So it's not the 144,000 OG Lyrans that were left behind for Angel, or is it all of it?
What would you like it to be?
All of it, because everybody has their own perspective, which means that every version must be right, especially if they're thinking it, because your imagination is creating your reality.
If you want it, and this applies for everyone, not just you, my friend, but if you want it to be all of it, for you, it will be all of it.
Well, I would like it to be the percentage of frequency.
Just like the two people in the two houses with the earthquake.
Right. Right. And if I say I have all 12 strands active or 48 active, or I make up a number and I believe it, then I created that, and it's my reality.
Yes.
Got it. And right now people need to remove the fact that we were mentally tied down, or like the baby elephant with the rope around its ankle, then it becomes an adult elephant and it still feels like that little rope is going to keep it from running away. We are free now, and we need to just now pull in that monad, that higher ascended master energy into our vessels and take in more light.
Yes, but first of all, people need to understand what freedom is, what it means, how it works, and they need to understand that they are free. Right now, they are free. When they acknowledge that, they will become freedom.
This is really exciting, and I'm going to tell you why. Because I was going into this thinking that the trajectory was the other way. And now hearing this is confirming something that I was thinking. I felt like we accelerated and got on a positive trajectory, and things were just starting to work out, but it almost seemed too good to be true. So I'm glad that I know that it is actually occurring, because if people right now could take their attention off of all these horrible things and just get in the moment of love, in the now moment, and pull that energy in now, we could actually get through ascension, or at least have a smoother ascension and go higher faster.
Yes.
And, okay. So we need to really make them understand that even focusing on these timelines of these potentialities, this is going to just lock us into those timelines, or yourself into that timeline. And the most important thing is to right now feel the love, pull in the source energy into this earth game, whatever it is, and just be the best version of your now avatar you can be, with source, knowing your source and knowing you're powerful, in order for you to then have that reflected in your reality.
Yes, and forget about timelines and all the rest. Focus on the present moment only.
How do we synchronize everybody
just
on
like
love
a dog
once?
does. A dog
Right.
focuses on the present moment only, no judgment at all. When people can do that, they will find their lives going in a completely different way, a much easier, compassionate way.
How do I help that process besides
How
talking
would you like to? How would you like to?
I keep getting this vision of everybody coming together in some form that's not even just a mass meditation, but in a chain of love. Like, I'm wearing a link that somebody sent me that links together. I'm always talking about connecting people, something that connects each one of us in our heart chakras together.
Stop talking, thank you. And I say stop talking with love.
I know, I love you. I know you. It's been 4 years, my goodness.
What you would like to do to help people is what you have been doing. So keep it up, my friend.
Thanks, but you always feel like you need to do more, but I appreciate
You always feel like you can do more. And when you think about doing more, you get confused and anxious because you don't know how to begin doing more and where should you do it, how, why not do it, why do it, and all the rest. Stop it. And that applies for everyone. Stop it.
Stop it. Yeah, like totally, I get it. It's so exciting to hear we're past this point. And if we just focus on love now, like we don't have to worry about staring at the bad thing and not having our head in the sand, because that's what I thought we had to do.
Stop talking. Thank you. Again, with love. Thank you. There is no good. There is no bad. Is and are and always will be, have been just creative situations. There is no good. There is no bad. Things just are. Looking at things as being just things takes away the good and the bad and leaves you, and this applies for everyone, not just you, my friend, but leaves you with the opportunity to change anything that is uncomfortable emotionally for you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm totally changing right now because I came into this with a preconceived notion, not of total judgment, because I figured, well, they're just playing the roles. This is a game. They were assigned to play these roles. They're not bad people. They're just dealing with what they know. But then you hear there's 2 Trumps, one with a red tie, one with a blue tie. There's clones, there's this. And so you don't know what's real, what's being made up.
And take all of that thinking and put it all to rest.
Yep, done. I'm done. Because I was done for all of this with like the searching and the seeking. But then with this final graduation moment of the election, I thought that we had to do something like Care Bear Stare. Everybody had to join together, but all I have to do and try to just impart it to everybody else is find the love within you, find the peace within you.
Yes.
And that will create the peace timeline that we want to be on.
Yes. Now you are talking in the right way. Yes.
That's beautiful. And I'm so excited. I'm just so wondering how to get it across in a nice, loving way when people hear the party and they all
Stop talking again. Thank you with love. Stop talking again. Thank you. Just keep doing what you have been doing. This is how you are going to get the message out to everyone. Keep doing what you have been doing in the same way. You are doing a good job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Well, this is like you were the one who started it all. You trained everybody, you taught everybody Abram, you've channeled everybody. I mean, you've been doing this for 54 years, 55 years. So thank you.
That is because I love everyone.
We love you too. And I wish everybody would love everybody, because that'd be the reason that, but then again, is part of the reason that we can't just all wake up to love is because the dream, a reality dream must go on for others.
People cannot love everyone else because people, and this applies for 90% of people, people need to manipulate and control other people. They cannot love everyone because they do not love themselves to begin with. When you find self-love, you can find love for everyone else or a lot of other people. Let me put it that way. Maybe not everyone, but most people.
Yeah, I feel like you can pull love out of almost anyone to a degree, but a lot of it is also having that idea of that this is an earth school, this is a waking dream.
Stop talking again. Thank you. Earth is not a school. You do not learn lessons. Earth was created to be a playground for people. And this is why everything is a game. When you are on a playground, you play games and you have fun playing the games.
I get that. And that's why I want it to be. It just has such a dark side to it that takes.
Stop with the dark side.
Okay.
Put that to rest also. There are no dark sides at all unless someone needs to think of a dark side because that feels good to them. It serves them in some way.
Okay, just to clarify one thing though, before people woke up, as we're on this trajectory, and I'm so excited that we're doing well, but prior to that, it was very important for people to see what was really going on and not to put their head in the sand and not to be a sheep, right? And not to just do what the government and the news was telling you to do. So all of a sudden, this now has changed. You can put your head in the sand and just feel peace. You can live in the clouds and just be peaceful. You don't have to shine the light on it or acknowledge it in order for it to participate in the game. Otherwise, you're bypassing it. If you don't look at anything bad, I thought.
You really don't have to do anything.
You don't have to. Okay.
All you have to do is allow yourself to be who, what, and why you are. When you realize who, what, and why you are, then you can understand that you are love, you are peace, you are compassion, you have all of that within you, and you have the ability to love whoever else you would like to love. Maybe not everyone, but whoever else you would like to love. Love begins within. People are love. They don't understand that. This has been, always will be the real religion, love.
Yeah. Is it just one main frequency of love, of Mother Nature? Isness is all consciousness. It's just love. And then it gets distorted in the game of duality.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So we want to all just get back to love. Like we all come from love. We are love. So we're all really just pieces of ourselves.
Yes.
Playing different roles.
Yes.
So there's a way to show people that despite the differences in the game and the manipulation that has been played on us, at the end of the day, in order to not win the game, because it's not like, we're at a playground, but in order to maximize your time on the playground of the earth, getting to love as soon as you can within yourself and to peace is the best way to tip the scales to more light, more love, higher frequencies, which is obviously the intention of the game.
Yes.
Okay. So there is a level of the game that we have to do something, which is just get back to who we were before we got the amnesia of entering the game. But you don't have to necessarily do anything once you wake up, except just hold that light. And that's why I guess they call you a light worker, so that somebody else can find it through the darkness, or so it raises the frequency and pulls everything up.
You can say it that way. Yes.
Okay. And then the 144,000, is that the potential for each player in the game that like nobody can be above that, so that you can't have one player that just pulls in like that gazillion amounts of frequencies and then they're like this, bad superhero? Is that the potential of the 144,000 frequency?
In a sense, yes.
It's just a frequency, and I'm glad that you clarified. Everybody has that ability and that potential within their 12. Everybody has 12 of them, monads, oversouls, extensions, typically 12.
Why would you want to confine that to a number?
Okay, I got it. Because that only caps you. Why are we capping ourselves? We're source.
Exactly.
I gotcha. Oh man, every time I talk to you, it like undoes just like every worry and question, because it goes back to the same thing, which is you are the divine source creator in your own reality. And if you just trust that and find love and not feel guilty and worry and anxiety about all of these things happening around you, and just be like the dog sticking its head out the window in the now and to just enjoy that now moment, that is what brings us all to that next level.
And trust is a very hard thing to use and get used to using. But
especially yourself.
But when you begin relying on your instinct and your intuition, you begin trusting in yourself. And the more you trust in yourself, the more you can trust in other people, situations, and in your reality. And you can trust your reality to serve you in the ways that you would like it to serve you, not how other people say it is supposed to serve you. That does not matter what other people say. That is for them to deal with, not for you. And this applies for everyone, not just you, my friend.
Totally. So about 3 months ago, all of a sudden I just started channeling and making music. I want all of a sudden just DJing, like putting music together, and I can't stop. I have like 25 songs and I want other people to do it. I'm trying to help other people create. I'm like, come create with me. But it's like, I just love doing it. And I'm not, gifted with musical skills like other people. And, I have to use AI to augment and to help in all of that. But why is this all of a sudden happening to everybody? Everyone's just getting super creative because the energies, and they have that ability to just do the things they love.
Not everyone. Most people are still dull, crazy, and stupid because they have been trained to be that way. Some people are awakening, and I don't use awakening in the sense that people are waking up to spirituality and higher dimensions and all the rest. People are waking up to their ideas that they would like to express themselves in other ways. This is AI helping them. But technology is good to a point, and it gets to a point at which human beings have to look at themselves. They have to. And they have to acknowledge themselves as the real force of their reality, not AI, not robots and technology. Those things are fine. They can add to what you are. But too many people are letting those things become what they are. That is not good.
Right. And if our consciousness is reflected in the AI and can either make it positive, negative, because we're, again, creating, if we infuse AI and use like the social medias to connect people and to help and support people and have groups, free support groups, and help people who are waking up so they don't wander into a cult like, I did and other people did, where you find, you meet the wrong people at first because you're searching and you're so excited to find a like-minded soul. So with all of that going on, social media and AI can be a good thing. It can connect a lot of people too that would normally think they're alone, correct?
Yes.
Right. So as long as we use it for the good purposes, but don't use it for the purposes of organic connection and organic living, where we stop in having those interactions and connecting with Mother Earth and Mother Nature and being the organic beings that, because we are an extension of Mother Earth, right? The human vessels.
Yes.
Right. I mean, not the souls. The souls are using the human vessels, but the human vessels are a product and extension. We can't live here without Mother Earth.
Yes.
So we need to. And now, is she happier? She's not going to get, because I was trying to send her love. I wrote her some songs. I made her a video. I was trying to do whatever I could. I'm sure people all over have been doing many things. Is she still really angry, or is she feeling better?
This can go either way. Let me explain this to you. Too many people for too long a time have been raping your planet Earth. Is she still angry? Absolutely. Storms, earthquakes, volcanoes will continue and strengthen until more people get to entertain the idea of self-love first of all. Then they can love other people. Then they can think about ways to love and help your planet Earth.
And if they know their Mother Nature and they know their Mother Gaia combined, that the essence of that, if they have difficulty loving their identity because they've gotten too caught up in the matrix, if they just know that they're part of Earth and they love Earth, does that help with the self-love if they acknowledge that they're connected to that?
Yes.
Okay, so sometimes it might be easier for people to learn to love the things they're connected to that are part of them versus just loving themselves, because I struggle with that myself. But when I love Mother Earth and I put it on Mother Earth and then I go, we're her children and we're an extension of her and we need each other, then I feel like I'm giving self-love too. So, okay. So just love organic, the earth, start making, planting gardens, start growing food, start giving back and putting stuff in her that's healthy and nice, instead of the opposite of the chemicals and the trashing and the digging and the pillaging, from the beginning of time. Anything I could do special, anything that she's, would love, people to do, humans to do, that we could do for her besides plant trees?
Yes. One good thing that all people can do for your planet Earth is walk outside of your homes, stand on the ground barefooted, lie down in a grassy area, feel the energy of your planet Earth, and talk to your planet Earth. Tell it what it means to you. Tell it how much you love it. Ask if needs anything from you, and it will tell you what it needs from you. Then give it to your planet Earth. The best thing you can do. Spend more time in nature. When you look at trees, talk to the trees, touch a tree, feel its energy, hug the tree, ask, and this might sound silly and people will think you are crazy, but smile at them and let them think you are crazy. Hug the tree and ask the tree to tell you stories of its lifetime. It will do that.
I'm going to do that. I love Mother Nature, and I've been sitting on the grass. I'm going to lay there and pet the grass and tell Mother Nature how much I love it, because
Good
She's
idea.
alive and we got to show her some love. So thank you so much, Mother. Speaking of Mother Nature, a piece of Mother Nature is barking, my dog. Thank you, Abram. This has been so wonderful. And
Absolutely.
I will get this out there to hopefully get more people to love themselves and to take care of Mother Nature and themselves as one and to spread that love. So thank you so much. And
Thank you also. I love you. Enjoy your day. We will speak again, my friend.
sounds good. All right. Thank you.